Welcome back to Cooking with Greg Wong. Today I'm going to show you beef with asparagus in black bean sauce. And for the ingredients, what I have is some top round sirloin, grain-fed beef, and I've sliced it really thick. I've marinated this overnight with some fresh chopped garlic, a splash of sweet soy sauce, and some seasoning salt, and a little bit of fresh vegetable oil in there. Mixed it up really well, and this has been setting overnight. So for the vegetables, we got some asparagus, and what I've done is just cut that up really nice like that. And what I'm going to do with this is just blanch this in water. So as you'll watch me do this dish, I'm going to try to minimize the amount of oil I use by just cooking the meat in oil. Okay. For my seasonings, I have some fresh chopped garlic, splash of cooking wine. We have some fresh cut ginger root, a splash of white pepper. We're also going to put in some straw mushrooms in here. I like the straw mushrooms. Some julienne green onions at the end with the sesame oil, and here are the black beans. I've got about a tablespoon of these Chinese black beans, fermented black beans. Very salty but very aromatic, really delicious. And here what I've done is pre-made a sauce that'll simplify the assembly of the dish. And what I've used is about a half a cup of fresh chicken stock, a teaspoon of sugar, your favorite soy sauce, about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons, and some fresh ginger in there. Very simple sauce, because we're going to add the black beans, and that's going to give it, enhance the flavor of this sauce as well. So what I'm going to do first is heat up some water, bring it up to a hard boil, and I have my container here. And what I'll do is then pour that boiling water into this container, throw the asparagus in here, and by the time I've blanched the meat, these will be cooked, the asparagus will be cooked just right. I'm going to bring another one up here for my ladle, keep my ladle clean. We're going to fire this baby up, dump this water in here. I don't like to say too much about the tool I'm using, but I got to. To do this style of cooking, in order to make it happen, not only fast but fresh and delicious, is you gotta have the proper heat. This here stove, the WonderWok, allows me to do just that. So you'll see here in just about a minute or so, this water's gonna be boiling hard. Honestly, if I was doing this on the stovetop in the kitchen, I think I timed it actually because I was boiling some dumplings. And you gotta bring the water up to a hard boil, then put your dumplings in, put the lid on. But as soon as you put anything cold in there, the temperature drops again. So then you gotta bring it back up to a boil. Here you can see, that was pretty quick. I think that was about 30, 40 seconds. So that's a hard boil. Dial the temperature down. First I'm going to put my asparagus in there, and I'm just going to dump this boiling water in there, just like that. Fire the wok back up again. Now what I'm going to do is add some fresh oil, and today I'm using a soybean salad oil of choice. I'll just put enough in there to cook this meat. What I'm going to do is slowly bring that oil up to temperature. You got to be very careful when you're messing around with oil. You don't want to have water on your ladle or anything like that. You'll have some stuff happen that's quite painful actually. So this oil is just about up to temperature already. What I'm going to do is simply put the beef in, dial that temperature up a little bit more. Cook that beef. See, that's cooked. What I'm going to do is dial the temperature down, dump it right onto my strainer here. Okay, simple like that. And what I'll do is shake some of that residual oil off in there. Okay, now I'm going to just assemble the sauce here. We're going to put a splash of the garlic in there, teaspoon of garlic, a splash of the cooking wine, and these black beans, the fermented black beans. All right. I'm going to add these mushrooms in to the vegetables too, like this. All right. Simply like that. Let those just cook a little bit. And you can even pinch these a little bit, squash them a little bit, so some of that flavor comes out here. Now I'm going to simply add the pre-made sauce into this. Alright. I'm going to dial that temperature up a little bit. I'm going to strain my vegetables out. Okay. Take some of that water out. Put those in the sauce. And then add the beef. Give this a little bit of a toss. I'm going to put a couple pieces of ginger root in there too. Right there. Just clean my ladle off there. And now what I'm going to do is just thicken up this sauce a little bit with this cornstarch and water mixture. Okay? It won't need a lot of tablespoon. Alright, give that a toss. And then we'll add the julienne green onions, splash of the white pepper, and then a splash of the sesame oil at the end. Alright. That across. The dish is ready to be served. And here is your beef with asparagus and black bean sauce.